We are proud to announce a new edition of EECP, Enhanced External Counterpulsation, which is an internationally acclaimed alternative to bypass surgery. It is a procedure of choice where patient is either not willing or not amenable for the bypass surgery.
EECP mechanism. When the heart relaxes at the precise moment of the inception of the diastole, there is an increase in coronary perfusion pressure and flow. Second, because pressure on the lower body vascular bed is released just before the contraction, there is an immediate drop in peripheral vascular resistance, resulting in decreased afterload. Third, the combined effects of decreased afterload and increased venous return results in increased cardiac output without an increase in the cardiac oxygen consumption. When stenosis or obstruction occurs in the coronary artery, the myocardium served by that artery and its associated vascular troop may become ischemic and necrotic. Patients with angina who receive EECP have demonstrated chronic benefits consisting an increased capacity for exercise with less ischemia. The suggested mechanism of action for this chronic effect is that the increased coronary perfusion that results from the retrograde blood flow produced by EECP favors the development of collateral vascularization. When the blood flow in coronary artery is reduced, a pressure differential develops between the normally perfused myocardium labeled P1 and ischemic myocardium labeled P2. During EECP, peak diastolic pressure may increase to 150 mm of mercury or more, thereby increasing the pressure differential. The increased perfusion pressure differential promotes the formation or widening of collateral vessels in the myocardium, reversing the ischemic process and producing the observed benefits. EECP uses the vascular beds in the body's lower extremities to boost cardiac function. During diastole, a series of inflatable cuffs supply pressure to the vascular beds in the calves, lower thighs, and upper thighs, including the buttocks. The cuffs inflate in sequence, beginning with those most distal to the heart and proceeding to the proximal cuff so that the blood is moved towards the heart without creating a bottleneck effect. The pressure of the inflated cuffs returns both arterial and venous blood to the heart. Then, immediately before systole, the cuffs deflate, causing a rapid drop in vascular resistance. This results in the decreased pressure. Unlike procedures like, say, bypass surgery and balloon angioplasty, EECP treatment is administered on an outpatient basis and does not involve any threat of post-treatment recuperation. Clinical trials have confirmed the benefits of EECP treatment. They include symptomatical relief in angina, which is unresponsive to medical therapy, improved blood flow to the deprived areas of heart muscles demonstrated by the results of thallium stress testing. Elimination or reduction of nitrate use improves the ability to exercise. The body has all solutions to inadequate blood supply caused by the blocked or partially blocked arteries. When an artery is severely narrowed, the body can increase the amount of blood flowing to that heart muscle by opening up small branches of nearby arteries known as collateral circulation. These networks of blood vessels create new blood route to detour around the blocked arteries. The development of collateral circulation is particularly important in the heart muscle where it may be life-saving. However, the development of collateral circulation network is a gradual process and not everyone has the same ability to develop these networks. Repeated impulse increases in pressure during diastole may stimulate opening collateral channels across this pressure gradient within the heart-ripe tissues.